Your support for our stories continues to motivate and uplift us, pushing us to craft narratives that resonate deeply. Your encouragement is a vital part of our creative path, and I truly hope this story stirs something meaningful within you. I fully accept that my actions were reprehensible. I made a grave mistake, one that shattered the trust of someone I once cherished and loved deeply. If I could turn back time, I would, but the past remains unchangeable, no matter how much I long to rewrite it. Daniel and I were together for 5 years. Throughout that time, he loved me with unwavering dedication. He filled our life with warmth, care, and sincere kindness. In the beginning, I treasured that love. I found comfort in the safety and constancy of his presence. But somewhere along the way, I stopped appreciating it. I began to misinterpret his consistent affection as overbearing, even suffocating. What I once adored started to feel like a burden. Daniel was everything a partner could hope for: grounded, generous, optimistic, and endlessly giving. He dreamed of starting a family, eager to welcome children and build a future together. But I wasn't ready. I insisted we needed to prioritize personal growth and financial stability before taking that step. Deep down, I was unsure if I wanted to stay by his side forever. During this period of uncertainty, I was pursuing my career as a hairstylist. After 2 years in modest salons, I secured a position at a high-end salon inside a luxury hotel. It was owned and run by Evelyn, a woman just a few years older than me, but with a magnetic aura that captivated everyone around her. Elegant, poised, and strikingly beautiful, Evelyn had a deeply cynical outlook on men. She believed they were driven by fleeting desires and undeserving of loyalty. Her mantra was to use them, never love them. Evelyn had been married twice, once impulsively, and once for advantage. Her second husband, significantly older and very wealthy, gave her everything: a lavish apartment, a car, the salon, and financial freedom. She moved through relationships with ease and indifference, always in control. Her advice was clear: charm, wit, and confidence. That's all it takes to make any man yours. Over time, her worldview began to shape mine. Compared to the excitement she described, Daniel's dependable love started to seem dull. Then one evening, Evelyn introduced me to Michael, a man she had recently taken interest in. He was visiting on business and staying in the hotel. We dined together, and by the end of the night, it was obvious that Michael was more interested in me. Evelyn didn't mind. In fact, she encouraged it. That night, I gave in to temptation and spent the night with him. The next morning, I had to face both Daniel and Evelyn. I told Daniel a carefully crafted version of the truth, and, true to form, he forgave me. Evelyn, too, showed no concern. She brushed it off, saying Michael was no longer of interest to her. "If you want him, he's yours," she said casually. Things progressed quickly with Michael. Evelyn covered for me as I saw him in secret. Before long, he professed his love and told me he wanted to marry me. He refused to share me, urging me to leave Daniel. By then, I was completely caught up in Michael's charm. He was leaving town soon, and the pressure to make a decision mounted. Confronting Daniel felt impossible. His loyalty and kindness made leaving unbearable. I irrationally wished he would do something to justify my departure. His faultless love had become, in my mind, a reason to escape. Desperate, I came up with a plan. I asked Evelyn to seduce him. She accepted, intrigued by the challenge. The next day, she came back frustrated. "He turned me down," she said. "No man has ever resisted me." Daniel's only words were, "I love my wife." That moment pierced through me. For the first time, I began to feel the weight of what I was doing. Still, Evelyn wasn't ready to give up. She proposed another idea. On my day off, I made an elaborate dinner and invited Evelyn over. We poured drinks freely, and although Daniel rarely drank, we encouraged him. When he was distracted, Evelyn secretly added something to his glass. He passed out not long after. Together, we moved him to the bedroom, undressed him, and tucked him into bed. Evelyn then removed her clothes and lay beside him, making it look like something had happened. That night haunts me. The betrayal I orchestrated was not just a mistake. It was a deep, cruel act of deception. Looking back, I see the extent of my wrongdoing with painful clarity. I broke the heart of a man who had only ever loved me with sincerity. I allowed envy, selfishness, and insecurity to lead me down a path of destruction. And in the end, I lost not only Daniel, but a part of myself I can never reclaim. A man once loved me with a purity that now haunts me. The morning after everything fell apart, I orchestrated a confrontation and caught Daniel and Evelyn together. A storm of accusations followed. Daniel, bewildered, swore he had no memory of what I claimed, but I refused to believe him. I gathered my things, summoned a taxi, and dramatically ended it all. I cast myself as the betrayed, the injured party. I left behind my wedding ring, the apartment keys, and a devastated Daniel. Evelyn watched me go with a quiet, knowing smile. I met Michael at a hotel that night, and within 2 days, we left for New York. The divorce was swift. With no children or property disputes, I let it all go, Daniel included. I signed the papers and sent them off, believing I was moving forward. At first, life with Michael was enchanting, lavish gifts, constant attention, and the illusion of perfect love. But soon the mask slipped. He grew possessive, enraged over minor things, while shamelessly flirting with other women. When I told him I wanted a baby, he forced me into an abortion. Slowly, he isolated me, forbade contact with friends or family, and kept me confined at home. The man I had chosen over Daniel turned into a controlling nightmare. As the days darkened, my mind returned again and again to the life I'd destroyed with Daniel. Regret gnawed at me. I longed for him, his kindness, his love, and hated myself for what I'd done. Eventually, I reached a breaking point. Desperate, I tried calling Daniel. The number had been disconnected. Evelyn had also vanished, unreachable. With nothing left to lose, I decided to leave Michael behind and seek out Daniel, hoping beyond hope that he might still care. I returned to our old apartment, heart pounding as I rang the bell. The door opened, and there stood Evelyn, but changed. The glamorous confidence was gone. She was quieter, serious, and visibly pregnant. She invited me inside. Everything was different. The furniture was new, and a softly decorated nursery took my breath away. Over tea, Evelyn told me her story. She'd faced her own struggles, but Daniel had helped her rediscover love. After I walked away from him, she'd stayed. She picked up the pieces, supported him, and slowly, they fell in love. Now they were building a family. You never appreciated him, she said with calm conviction. You gave up on someone truly exceptional. I couldn't speak. She told me how, on the day I left, she sensed something was wrong and returned to find Daniel on the edge, about to end his life. Her presence saved him. The woman who once treated love casually had learned its deepest meaning through Daniel. She stood by him when I didn't. You're pregnant with my husband's child? I asked, barely able to comprehend. She held up her left hand. No. I'm pregnant with my husband's child. She explained they'd married 6 months ago, soon after discovering she was expecting. Her message was clear. Daniel had moved on. She warned me not to contact him again. After everything you've done, he doesn't want anything to do with you, she said. I'll protect him with everything I have. Her words cut through me like glass. The finality of it all sank in. I had lost him. Not just temporarily, but forever. And the blame was entirely mine. I left that apartment feeling hollow. I wanted to blame Michael, Evelyn, even Daniel for not waiting, for not fighting for me. But deep down, I knew the truth. I had abandoned a man who loved me selflessly. And now, all that remained was regret. There was no second chance. I had destroyed the love that could have been my forever.